everyone out there in Facebook and YouTube land. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. We are Laura Dubin and Antonio Guerrero, as most of you know, but I wanted to say our names in case we have any new folks with us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We are so delighted to be offering our live streams on both Facebook and YouTube simultaneously now. That was our goal actually from the beginning of these live streams, and we finally have the technology to do so now. So we are very excited to be able to expand our audience in that way. It's great to have you all here. Hope you're all enjoying your Tuesday. I had to think for a moment about what day it was. It's almost the end of April now. Kind of hard to believe. This month went by. Sometimes it seems like it went by fast. Sometimes it seemed slower than usual, but
I remember April.
Yeah, exactly. But we've been having so much fun sharing our music with you every night. It's been just a wonderful thing for us, and we thank you all so much for being here. Perfect.
Actually, it's wonderful.
I didn't even say that on
Isn't it
purpose.
wonderful?
That brings me to our first song selection of the night. Thank you. That was totally not intentional, but let's say that it was. Our first song that we're going to play for you tonight is a Gershwin classic, and probably my favorite Gershwin tune. This is called "Swonderful." That was a classic song by the Gershwin brothers called "Swonderful," and that's kind of how we're feeling right now. Swonderful, marvelous. These videos on the wall here, if you notice, if any of you have seen either of these movies, the first was a clip from An American in Paris, and the second clip here is from Funny Face, two of our personal favorite movies, and they're so beautiful, so much amazing music, singing, dancing. Fred Astaire, Audrey Hepburn, and in An American in Paris, it's Gene Kelly and Leslie Caron. Really doesn't get much better than that as far as the music and art quality of the movie. But Swonderful is in both of those movies, so we thought it would be fun to have those clips up here tonight. If you are feeling swonderful tonight and you're enjoying our music and you're here listening, please leave us a comment and say hello. You can leave comments on Facebook and YouTube. And at the end of the performance later, we will read through all the comments and say hello to everybody. So let us know where you're watching from. And if you're new here, please introduce yourself. We are delighted to make new friends. And it's amazing how many new people we've virtually met over the last few weeks just through these videos. So it's been really fun for us during this time. Thank you so much for being here. We'd like to play an original composition of mine next. And you can hear this one on our album called Rhapsody, which we released in 2018. I had to think about that for a moment. So pretty much exactly 2 years ago. I think it was in the spring of 2018.
It's a repertoire that we play in the jazz festival in 2017.
The previous year. Yeah, exactly.
And then we just make an album.
Exactly. Yeah. So sometimes we do the performance first and then the recording. Other times it's the other way around. But in that case, we did a performance and then recording. But this is an original composition. It's called Upper West Waltz, and it is about the Upper West Side of New York City. And everybody who has experience with New York City, whether you live there, whether you're from there, or maybe you just you know it in your own way. I feel like everybody kind of has their own vision in their mind about what New York means to them. And for me, I immediately think of the Upper West Side when I think of New York City because a lot of my relatives live there. And so that is the part of the city where I spent the most time growing up whenever we would go to visit them. I also have a lot of family from Brooklyn, but we just, as I was growing up, I spent a lot more time in the visiting my relatives who lived in the Upper West Side. So I have so many great memories of all the wonderful things around there, and we typically spend a lot of time there when we travel to the city. Yeah. So it's just a neighborhood very close to my heart. So this is called Upper West Waltz. It's supposed to kind of sound like you're walking down the streets of New York in that part of town.
68 and
exactly. Central Park West.
Yeah.
That's actually the name of another tune by I think John Coltrane, Central Park West. We should play that one sometime. That was an original composition of mine called Upper West Walt, which is all about the Upper West Side of New York City. And these are some beautiful photos I found online. They're a little bit crunched here, but I thought there was a lovely photo of Central Park in the fall with buildings behind it. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. If you're enjoying the music and you'd like us to continue doing these videos as long as possible, there are 3 ways you can make a contribution to show your support. And there's a link right in the website here, or right in the video here, that will take you to my website. The link is right in the Facebook post, and it's also directly embedded in the YouTube video now. If you click on the more info tab underneath the video on YouTube, you should see it there. If for some reason the link is not there, you can try refreshing the page. On Facebook, you will definitely see it right in the Facebook post. There are 3 things you can do when you click on the link. You can download our albums. We've got 7 albums for you to choose from, and album number 8 is on the way very soon. You can sample all the albums if you'd like. When you click on each the image of the album covers, that's where you can sample each individual album and find out more information about them. If you scroll just a little bit past the album cover pictures, you'll see where you can become a patron of Laurie Dubin Jazz by either making a one-time donation or becoming a monthly subscriber. And you can choose whatever amount you'd like for the one-time donation. There are different amounts there that you can choose from. You can feel free to mix and match them if you'd like, or you can change the amount by adjusting the quantity, or you can just choose one of them as is. And then underneath that, you'll see where you can become a monthly patron, and you can select whichever amount you'd like to donate once per month from the options in the drop-down menu. Click on the yellow subscribe button, and then you will be taken to a secure PayPal website where you can set up your automatic monthly recurring credit card payment. You only have to set it up one time, and then you can just sit back and relax and enjoy the music after that. And that's a great way to just show your ongoing support if you'd like us to continue doing these videos as long as possible. Everything on my website is secure, including the PayPal link. It stores your information securely. However, if you'd like to make a donation but you prefer not to do it online, you can send me a private message on Facebook and we can talk about another method. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can go to my website and then to the contact page, and you can just send me an email through there. If you're not able to make a financial contribution right now, that is totally okay. We really appreciate you being here and listening to our music, and it just means the world to us to have your support in that way and to have an audience during this time. Thank you so much. We'd like to play a beautiful piece by Bill Evans next, and we've played a few Bill Evans compositions and some of his arrangements recently, some standards that he was known for playing. And this is one of his compositions, and it's probably one of his more well-known compositions. This is called Turn Out the Stars. Oh, sure. And Bill Evans recorded this piece many times throughout his career. It's on some of his studio albums and I think several different live recordings. So it's interesting to hear his different versions of it through the decades. such a beautiful and interesting composition by Bill Evans, and that piece just sounds so much like his personal style to me. And I think the first time I heard that was actually my, I guess I'll call him my step grandfather, or my my love grandpa, Bill, who is my half sister's grandfather. I lovingly adopted him as my own grandfather. He was a huge fan of Bill Evans, and his name was also Bill. And he gave us several Bill Evans albums, and I know that they both had that composition on them. I think one of the albums was actually called Turn Out the Stars. That was kind of like the main piece of that album. So I always think of him when we play Bill Evans, and especially that tune. So if Siobhan's listening right now, I just wanted to mention that little memory there.
Yeah, all the Kehoe's family. And
absolutely, yeah. To all the Kehoes out there, Bill Kehoe is one wonderful man. We have a few more pieces to play for you, and we'd like to play a little classic composition that was made famous by the Count Basie Orchestra, and it was composed by the guitarist Freddie Green, who played with the Count Basie Orchestra. And something interesting that I learned about Freddie Green was he almost never took a solo. He really just did a lot of comping, which is like the jazz term for just playing chords. And he wasn't really the kind of guitarist who was like trying to overstep, as a soloist. He really did a lot of kind of rhythmic playing, and played a lot of just like constant quarter note chords. And I heard this quote once that was, I don't remember the exact words, but something like, you don't necessarily hear Freddie Green when you're listening to the Count Basie Orchestra, but if he wasn't there, you would be really missing something, that just steady driving pulse that wouldn't be there.
The foundation of the not just the time, but actually the groove. And I think it's one of the success of the Count Basie's big band.
Definitely. And if any of you have listened to Errol Garner, who's one of my favorite pianists, if you're familiar with Errol Garner's style, you'll know that he plays a lot of very rhythmic, heavy left hand, just playing constant quarter notes with his left hand. And I think he got that from Freddie Green and Django Reinhardt's Hot Club of the Quintet of the Hot Club of France. When I think of like kind of French gypsy jazz music, they played a lot on that style as well. I don't know if maybe Freddie Green was the first person to do that. But anyway, this song is very much in the style, and it's called Corner Pocket, also known as Until I Met You.
Until I Met You.
Yay! just can't be in a bad mood after hearing that song. It's so happy. I love that one. It's just so sweet, and I don't know, it just puts me in this kind of like nostalgic sort of mood. Next we'd actually like to play another Gershwin song that wasn't planned, doing 2 Gershwin songs in one night, but they just wrote so many amazing songs that have been become part of the Great American Songbook and our American culture. It's hard to just pick one per night. This is a beautiful composition called Someone to Watch Over Me. was Someone to Watch Over Me. Such a beautiful piece by George and Ira Gershwin. That's a classic song. We hope that brought you a little bit of peace today. It's important for all of us to take deep breaths throughout the day and just remember to take care of ourselves mentally and physically and emotionally during this time. And music has certainly been the best way for us of doing that, and we hope that that's been transmitting to all of you as well. If you've been enjoying the music tonight, before we play our last song, or maybe after we play our next and last song, you can head on over to my website, lauradubin.com. There's a link right in the video, both on the Facebook page and the YouTube video. And the link will take you directly to the music/store page of my website, where you can either download our albums. We've got 7 albums that you can choose from. You can make a one-time donation of any amount you choose from the list, or you can become a monthly patron of Laura Dubin Jazz, again, by selecting whichever amount you'd like to contribute once per month from the drop-down menu. You can click on subscribe, and then you will be redirected to a PayPal website where you can set up your monthly automatic credit card payment from there. And that's a great way to show your ongoing support if you'd like to continue watching these videos for as long as possible. And we certainly hope to continue doing these well into the future. It brings us so much joy to do this and to share our music with you. And if you're feeling the same way and would like to make a contribution to show your support, we would love it if you'd consider doing one of those 3 things. If you're not able to make a contribution right now, that's totally okay. Again, we are really grateful that you're here. It's so nice to have an audience to play for during this time, and we really thank you all for joining us and spending your evenings with us. A huge thank you to everybody who's been watching these regularly. We have some folks who have been here with us every night since we started, and this is week number 7, right?
7, yeah. Thank you
Crazy.
so much for watching, for give us a comment, give us a like, and all the supporters, of course, and family and friends. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And if you're watching this on my personal Facebook page and you have not yet liked my Facebook music page, which is Laura Dubin Jazz, go ahead and give that page a like. I haven't checked it today, but yesterday we only needed 11 more likes to get to 600. I'm not sure what we're at right now. Maybe we're already there. I haven't checked, but we might just need like a couple more. So if you'd like to be one of those people who brings us all the way to 600 likes, we would love it if you'd consider doing so. And you can, of course, also subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube right now, you can just go ahead and click on the red subscribe button. And whichever platform you're watching on, you can head on over to the other platform later and either like or subscribe. And the great thing about doing both of those things is that you'll be notified every time we do a live video or anytime we post any other kind of music-related content. That way, instead of having to just check the page all the time, you'll just receive notifications. And so that's the benefit for you. So we'd like to play our last piece now, and then we'll stick around for a few minutes and chat with all of you and read through the comments. I did see some comments popping up while we were playing. If you haven't left one yet, feel free to leave one and say hello. Introduce yourself. If you're new here, we'll be delighted to meet you. We like to finish off with a very fun composition. You definitely won't be able to sit still for this. This is called Mambo In. Yeah. I-N-N, in with 2 N's. Double N. This is by Mario Bauza. Yeah. It's a really fun name to say.
Tito Puente was making this tune a big hit in the 50s probably.
was called Mambo In. And that is all the music for tonight. But we hope you'll stick around and chat with us for a few moments. And please know that we will be back here tomorrow night at the same time. Our regular listeners know that, but if we have any new people joining us tonight, we are here every night, no nights off, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We hope that you will continue to watch these and share the videos and music with your friends and family. We've really appreciated everybody who's shared our videos these last few weeks because that really helps us to get some new listeners and expand our audience. So we're really appreciative of that. Thank you so much. Let's head on over to the comments here. I saw a lot of people commented tonight. I just couldn't really see who was commenting. Let's see if this works this time. There we go.
Facebook?
Yeah. I'm going to do the Facebook comments first. If everybody knows this already, if you've been watching these the last few nights, you're already aware of this. But if you're new here, sometimes not all of the comments show up when I look at them afterward, and I think it's something to do with the fact that we're still doing this live video right now. But as soon as the live stream ends, I will look through the comments again in case there are any that I missed, and then I'll reply directly to you. I see we have 590 likes on this page now, so we only need 10 more to get us to 600. So that'd be really cool if you'd like to be one of those 10 people, one of the next 10 people. Here we are. Woohoo! I see my dad's watching. Hi, Dad. Great to have you here again. We miss you.
Thank you, Jan.
Yeah. Siobhan, hi, Siobhan. She says,
hi, Siobhan.
Love that Bill Evans tune. Thanks for the lovely memories. And thank you so much to Bill up there for his love of Bill Evans. I think he might have been one of the first people who was actually telling me about Bill Evans, and I can't not think of Bill Kehoe when I think of Bill Evans now, which is a wonderful association because they're both wonderful. Oops, turn my video around here. Let's see. Deanna's watching. Hola, Deanna.
Hola,
Thank you
Deanna.
for watching.
Yay.
Linda's watching. Hi, Linda. She says, nice, Antonio. That must have been when you did a drum solo, I'm guessing.
Thank you, Linda.
Yeah. Hey, Betsy. Thank you so much for watching again.
Hello, Betsy. Thank you for watching.
Oh, she says, jazz always makes me feel happy when you and Antonio play, but that one was great. Oh, that's so sweet.
Thank you, Betsy.
Maybe that was when we played the Corner Pocket, because we were talking about how that's such a happy song. Thank you, Betsy. That's so sweet of you. Marty Thurston's watching. Thank you so much for watching, Marty. Great to have you here again.
Thank you, Margie. Margie or Marty?
Marty. With a T. Marty.
Oh, Marty.
I didn't enunciate very well.
Marty.
Yeah. Betsy says, she loves Someone to Watch Over Me. Yeah, it's such a classic. Love that song. I also think that's one of my mom's favorite songs. If my mom is watching, that was for you. Donna, hi Donna, great to have you here again.
Thank you, Donna.
Thanks so much for the 2 Gershwin standards. Yeah. Watch Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet have a medley of Gershwin tunes. Oh, that's awesome. I read a book a few years ago. I think it was called The Singers and the Song. It was actually a book that we borrowed from Gap Mangione. I think maybe we both read that book. Or I think he lent us 2 books, and one of them was about
the music director, Frank.
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra.
And there was another one, I think it was called The Singers and the Song. It was about different Great American Songbook composers and singers. And I remember there was a chapter about Steve and Edie. I had never heard of them until I read that book, but I've checked out their music since then. They're a great husband and wife duo, like us.
Singers.
Yeah.
But she was a singer.
Yeah. She says, Marty also says, Someone to Watch Over Me was perfect for our evening. Oh, good, Mom is watching. Yay! She said it is her favorite Gershwin song. Yay! Glad that you heard that. And Jeff Trumbull's watching again. Hey, Jeff! Thank you so much for watching again.
Thank you, Jeff.
Listening from Canandaigua. And I received your email earlier today, and I found out that Jeff and his wife have a daughter named Laura. So, woo! Best name ever.
Laura.
Yeah. Yay. Great to have you all here again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jeff. Hello to Laura.
Yeah. So I think there are some more comments, but not all of them are showing up right now. So if there are any that I missed, I will reply to you directly later. Let's see if I can head on over to YouTube. And the YouTube live stream is a newer thing for us because what we had been doing up until a few days ago was live streaming on Facebook because we were only able to live stream in one place at a time. Until just a couple days ago, but we were live streaming directly on Facebook, and then later on I would upload those same videos to YouTube. So for non-Facebook users, they would have to wait until the next day to watch it, unless they're a night owl like me and they could watch it in the middle of the night. But now people can actually join us in real time on YouTube. But I know
you can watch on your TV.
Exactly. But the YouTube live stream is a little bit newer. We haven't been doing it, obviously, as long as we've been doing it on Facebook. So we, I'm not sure how many people are watching here compared to Facebook, but hopefully our audience will...
little by little
Exactly. Yeah, it'll grow little by little.
Yeah.
So, I think that was actually everything. So thank you all so much for joining us. It was great to have you here again. Please head on over to my website if you haven't done so already. Again, there's a link right in the video on Facebook and on YouTube. And we'll see you back here again at 8:30 p.m. tomorrow night. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.